Got it.
Hey, blessings, everybody. I am here, Marcus, aka Christolight, and I am here to share a first ever video reflection testimony from one of my Soul Origin Galactic Therapy sessions. And today we have a participant from one of my sessions, and her name is M. And she was able to have a session with me this past Wednesday, February 8th. And we went deep into a little bit of Egyptian energy, a little bit of Great Pyramid energy, and we ended up going into Arcturus. And this is where her soul origin was, and she still is in the soul level, Arcturian. And yeah, this was an amazing session. Some really profound and mind-opening things took place, especially on her end of what she was able to see and the timing of how it happened. So we are here to share this experience for all of you guys, so you guys can have a deeper understanding of what these soul origin galactic therapy sessions can be like and what they can do for you when it comes to your well-being and your awareness of who you are as your higher self and your purpose here on this planet. So I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to you and let you go ahead and share and express your wonderful experience.
Hey, I'm Em. Blessings to everyone, and thank you, Marcus, for the journey that you helped me go on. It's just been amazing since Wednesday. It was what you do is just, oh my gosh, out of this world. Okay. First off, it's you start off just getting comfortable and just, letting your body just go limp and just concentrate and focus on the breath. And I could feel the warmth in my feet and my whole body. And as we continued going deeper and deeper into the meditation, I could feel the warmth throughout my whole body. And when we went into the field, I could actually feel the grass. I could see the trees, the horizon, and it was just amazing. The sky, the stars, just everything just felt warm and loving and just comfortable. And then, of course, he called Horus, and we went through, the different levels of this 3D universe, meaning the clouds, the stars, and beyond. And when we landed, there was a huge path, ginormous pyramid, which I love pyramids because I love the Egyptians. Don't know why. It's just interesting for me.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, wow, dude, I'm in heaven. Hey. Okay. And as we walked, we had talked to Horus for a minute, and I could understand the language he was speaking. I didn't say nothing to him at that time. I, just listened because I wanted to learn. So that way I can learn how to go back to where I came from when I'm sleeping. Well, and then we walked through, and you could see all the holographics, and it was just like, heaven. And it was weird. I knew what everything said. I can't really translate it because of the different language to the 3D language. I'm still deciphering that. Anyway, so once the portal was open, it was just, oh my gosh. It was just, there was a red moon, and it was just a purple hue all around, and blues, and the technology was just, oh my God. It made the 3D technology look like a Tinker toy. I could feel the vibrations from everyone, and I could hear what what other beings were saying as I entered, and it was just, wow, it was amazing. And then we stayed there for a little bit, and then when we came through, it had changed a little. The pyramid had changed a little bit. There was different holographics this time, and they were shining blue. Yeah, I didn't tell you that. They were shining blue. And then, of course, the statues of the Egyptian gods, they were just standing strong and protective. But they allowed me to walk up to the holographics so I could see them better. Because from a distance, they looked jumbled. But when I walked up closer, it was amazing. I could understand it. I could read it. I'm like, hey, right on. And then we walked, and then we had walked through and came back. And when I came back to this dimension, man, I could feel the frequency drop. And I started coughing because I had, because of the different levels that I had come through. I felt the coughing. I'm like, dude, come on, really? Coughing? Come on. I prefer itching, but I'm like, I prefer itching, but okay. Coughing it is, okay, whatever. And then when I came to, it's like, whoa, I could feel the difference in the frequencies. And now that I've had the awakening, my headaches are no longer.
Really?
Because before, I didn't tell you this either. Before our session, every day I was fighting headaches. Every single day. And it was like the headaches all over. You can't really get rid of them. Cold showers, cold compress, can't get rid of them, right? After our session, I haven't had a headache.
Wow, that's incredible. And that's, for everybody out there, that's one of the benefits of these type of sessions is not only do you get a guided meditation and go through a meditative state and kind of travel places in your mind and through your astral, but on top of that, you can receive healing to your being because of becoming aware of yourself. And with that, you activate parts of yourself that have been dormant. And when you activate that, it helps activate your inner physical body healing system. And this can help alleviate things that you never even thought had anything to do with these type of things. But becoming aware of who you are and your power can really help just bring more light into your body and help cleanse and activate you. Wow.
And another thing is when I was, when we were on the, when you were helping me on the journey, is before you mentioned anything on the 3D level, I had already seen it.
Yeah,
Before you had even described it, I had already seen it. And
yeah,
to this,
wow, I was blown away. That just shows you like how clear not only the sacred spaces for the medium ability of allowing the guides and allowing clairvoyance to come through, but wow, that's really incredible because it really it shows you how clear of a medium I've worked for myself to be, and then the space that's being held for you to be able to access the timelines that are literally about to go through me to be interpreted to you. That's phenomenal.
I mean, it was, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm listening to you describe it. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm already here, honey. Hi. That was my thought. I'm like, hi, I'm here. Hello, I'm already here. I already know what's up. But it was really cool. And since my session, when I meditate at night, because I always do the meditation before I go to bed, I remembered your directions on how to hail Horace to come get me. And in the night, when my body is asleep, I transport back up to where where my origin is. So, and I spend, I don't know how long I spent up there. And then I come back and I wake up.
That's so incredible. And that's something I really like. I'm really glad you shared that because it's something I want to really bring awareness to people out there, is that really not even just in these sessions, but anything that I do when it comes to my services, I try to keep things as detailed as possible and kind of show the steps without saying it for you guys' consciousness to be in your subconscious, so you can remember how to access these things your own self in your own daily life, and how to use these different tools and these different powers that we all have, not just me, but we all have, because we're all conscious and we all have awareness. And if we are able to use the tools and the techniques that are provided, then we are able to access these type of things any day. And when we can do this any day, we are able to, ramp up healing. We are able to connect with our higher self. We are able to acquire downloads and other things along with all of that.
I'm telling you, it's been amazing. And, it's just, I love it. I love being able to, now that I know where I'm originally from, I love being able to go back, and just in a way reboot. And also before our sessions, I was getting a lot of different frequencies in my ears. Oh boy, was I getting a lot of them, like, dude. And then after our session, I don't hear them no more. Maybe it's because I just go directly where they came from. I'm like, okay, boop, hi, what's up? I'm here hanging. But y'all gotta say, but here's my thing right now is I up there when I am where I'm supposed to be. I understand the language, but coming back to 3D and transmitting everything, I have that disconnection. it doesn't, I can't remember how to translate what I've been told or read to the 3D.
Okay.
That I'm still trying to figure out how to figure it out, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So sometimes I find that this is kind of like why I brought up the apple at the end when we did it, the cosmic apple. So like sometimes if we kind of envision something symbolically, we can like encode the codes and messages that we need within that symbolism, and then your subconscious. And like, you know, of course, we're telling ourselves like what's going to be in it and what we're implanting. So then like we know well intendedly that that symbolism will help us remember it, and then bring ourselves back to the body. And also when we navigate back to the physical or our physical avatar 3D, we want to try to be patient with the process and just really navigate, like, you know, through the breath and with the mind, like slowly bringing ourselves back to the physical. Sometimes we tend to go quickly to being in that higher state and then right away opening our eyes, going up and doing something. That can really distort things and also not give us the patience that we need to really integrate. But if we are patient with the process, you know, just take some breathing, navigate slowly back to the physical, and then intuitively, when we feel it ready, just slowly open the eyes and slowly move the body parts, and just really let the ground and ground back into everything. And also really helps too if you have a healthy root chakra and earth star chakra, because those are what anchor and stabilize you to the physical. And the more active those are, then the more it's going to be easier for your energies to flow down into the physical reality and stay there.
So work on the root chakra and I got that.
Yeah, so maybe even like before going into your meditations, maybe doing like a root chakra activation or an earth star activation, or you can play like a earth star root chakra frequency while you're doing it. So it helps anchor and ground you while you're doing it.
And before I decide to take off for a little while. Gotcha. I like that. Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that.
I go, like I said, since our session, when I sleep, meditate as I go to sleep, and poof, I'm gone. Poof. It's like, whoa, okay. Wait a minute. And I enjoy it. I enjoy that gift because I can go back whenever I want.
Yeah. And
except
we all
for
have access to that too. It's just a matter of how clear we are and how in tune we are with our energy and our abilities. And that's something I can talk about another time. If anybody has questions, you know, you can comment down below on the YouTube, or you can message me as well, SacredLight33 on Instagram, and I can show you some techniques, or you can do one-on-one services with me. We can do Reiki sessions, guided meditations, chakra empowerment, all sorts of different things that will help clear out your being so you can be in a good harmonic flow and really have your abilities in tune, and also have your health and well-being functioning properly so you can really be in balance with all of this.
Yeah, your services are amazing. You are just an amazing guide. Amazing. I can't give you enough stars. There's not enough to, because it was just, seriously, it was amazing. And since I've been on this path since September, you know, apparently this was the time, and you were the proper person to get me through this, and it was amazing. It was amazing. That's all I gotta say. You're amazing.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I like how you said guide, you know. I'm a great guide, because I really want to emphasize this for everybody that's going to hear this, is that I'm not a healer, and I'm not the one doing the healing for you, and I'm not, I'm not the end all be all for any of you guys. I'm
Right.
just a medium. I am a guide, and it's all spirit, and it's all us as one. So I just want to put that out there. I'm not one of these, people that go around saying that I'm the great healer of everybody or any of that stuff. I'm just a humble medium and guide that is keeping my channel clear to serve us all, and that's it.
And you're amazing at it. That's all I gotta say is you're amazing.
I really appreciate it, and it's been wonderful to connect with you. I mean, we've spoken to each other for now about a week, and it's amazing the experience that come with that. And I just want to touch on this session real quick, to give my perspective, like what I did on my side of things for everybody. And so we started out, and Em was laying down. She was all comfortable. I guide through the breath and just some slow, deep breathing, and then just letting go of attachments, letting go of expectations, and other things like that. And then afterwards, I then channel and draw in the type of guidance and type of beings that would like to be a part of this session. And what came through was Horus. So I described us standing on the grass of the earth, and then we're looking at the trees, and then Horus is flying as a hawk, and then he comes down and he transforms into the humanoid version of himself. And then he meets us, and then he basically lets us know that he's there to assist us, to bring us up into a higher vibrational frequency for us to go experience where the higher self would like to meet M. So he transforms back into the hawk, we hop on, and then we start flying upwards in the frequencies, and we go through the clouds. Next thing you know, we see a great pyramid, but this great pyramid's in the clouds in the sky. And then we land, and we're on this little pathway. And then Horus then changes to the other form again, the humanoid, and he stands guard at the door. And then I lead us into it, and I'm my Lyran feline humanoid self, if any of you guys know what my higher self is. And we step into the pyramid, and I start describing, like, feeling the cold pyramid energy on the feet. And then I describe looking at the walls, and the walls have hieroglyphics, just like the pyramids on Earth. But this one's different. These hieroglyphics are not Egyptian Earth hieroglyphics. These ones are angelic light language hieroglyphics of galactic history and knowledge. So we're examining those, going through the halls, just receiving without expectations, whatever comes through. And then we go down the halls, and then we go into this chamber room. And in this chamber room, we're met by Toth.
That's who it was, Toth. Yep, I couldn't remember Toth.
Yep. Yeah. And Toth greets us, and he has his little caduceus wand. He takes the wand and puts it out in front of him, and then he draws a portal, an alchemical portal, and we step through the portal, all three of us, and then we go through the portal. On the other side is M's soul origin home planet, and it was Arcturus, and started describing Arcturus. It's really beautiful energy, high vibrational, doesn't have the low vibrational corruption because their planet has ascended to its master form. So it's in a peace and unified environment with no corruption and none of the dark entity stuff going on. So very vibrant, very beautiful. The purple skies, wow, I didn't actually acknowledge that, so that's really beautiful. And technologies, it's all energy-free technologies like Tesla technology, all efficient, non-polluting, all that good stuff. So then this being comes up to us, and this being has a cosmic apple, and it gives the cosmic apple to M. And that cosmic apple was to be a remembrance of Arcturus for her, to bring and draw into her subconscious for any time to remember where she's from. when she came back to the physical 3D. So that happens, and then Toth opens up another portal, and then we go through the portal, and we get back to the Great Pyramid. And then we go through the Great Pyramid and go back down the halls, and we can just see like all the pharaohs of time, all of the queens of time, and all these wonderful guides and beings in the pyramid. And then we get out of the pyramid, Horus turns into a hawk again, then we take flight, going back down, descending to the earth. Then we get to the earth, and then Horus is with us, and he transforms into the humanoid. And
in the field. Yep.
This is how we ended it. Horus sticks out his hands and puts them above M's crown, and he channels the fire of Ra through it. And through that channeling, he goes through the crown chakra and then sweeps the fire of Ra down all 7 of her chakras. And I got to guide that through each chakra. And I could feel like the heat and the fire through my chakras too. And basically what that was Horus was recalibrating and cleansing and activating her physical chakra system so she would be able to anchor in, receive, and be able to vibrate higher to align with these DNA activations and remembrance codes that came through. And then the fire Ra rooted down into the earth, and the fire basically spread out like roots to the core of the earth, to the Earth Star chakra. And then after that, Horus took flight and just went back to being a hawk. And we came back, and that was the end of it.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I felt warmth the whole time. I felt warm. Didn't feel any cold. Just felt the 3D physical body felt warm, like a blankie warm, if that makes sense. Just the very well. And I forgot about Toss. Sorry, big guy. Forgot about you. Sorry. Don't yell at me. I'll talk to you tonight. You'll forgive me. I know you will. Well, like I said, I talk to both of them every night because I do go back home. I take my little apple with me. I didn't mention the apple. I kind of kept that kind of, tucked away. But I take my apple with me all the time when I go back up. I just carry my little, and it's funny because I only got 3 fingers. So I'm holding my apple as I'm going through everything, and it's fun. We'll talk about that another time. It's just fun.
That's awesome. So before we wrap this up, is there any other messages or anything that you would like to provide clarity to the collective on what this session has done for you besides what you've already mentioned, and just the benefits of what you experienced?
I mean, I feel I'm no longer lost, because before the session I felt lost, like I didn't belong anywhere. And after the session, I actually feel my confidence is higher. I feel like I belong. I feel physically good now, and spiritually, and more focused. Our biggest thing right now is love. Spreading the love and light. That's what we need to do. All of us, not just one origin or the other. All of us need to have harmony with each other. And that's my goal. Harmony.
Ashe, I agree. And thank you so much for that message. And it's amazing. So you do feel like you are, I don't want to say you know more of your purpose, but you are more in your purpose.
Right. From the decision. Yep. And I know now from the session that I am on the correct path that I am on right now.
That's amazing. That is I can't really put words to like how much that means to me, and really just how fulfilling that is to be able to give another soul the awareness and consciousness of just being, and knowing that their being is enough of where they need to be on their path and their purpose. And yeah, we get caught up with seeking a lot, seeking outside of ourselves and attaching to these worldly affairs of who we should be, how we should have a purpose, what we need to do next. But really what divine wants us to know is that it's not about that. It's about being the most authentic self, being your highest vibration and healthiest well-being, so you can anchor in and allow your light codes to come in and spread through your aura into this world.
And since our session, I've done a lot of videos on YouTube about Arcturians, lots of them, and I've just been like a sponge. More, the 3D self. Give me.
That's how I am with the galactic knowledge. I'm gonna send you a link to this. It's like this Palladian mystery school, galactic school type of thing, and she goes in depth about like what all the dimensions are, the different type of beings, a lot of really cool stuff. You'll like it for sure.
Sweet, you know me. Send it to me. I'm ready.
Will do. And for everybody out there, at the end of this video, I will go ahead and add into a Arcturian video explaining some characteristics about Arcturians, so you guys can be familiar with what Arcturians are. And maybe it may resonate for you that you're an Arcturian. So I'll add that to the end of this video, so all of you guys can check it out and see. But that is our session reflection for one of my soul origin galactic therapy sessions that I had the honor to deliver and be a medium for M. And yeah, she found out that she was a Arcturian, and these are the benefits and the type of experiences that you can have, and this was her authentic experience. So M, I just want to say thank you, and it's a great honor to be able to hold the space for you, and thank you for being open to me and trusting me in my service for you.
Thank you for everything, sweets. Stay in touch.
Absolutely. I shall. Everybody have a blessed day. Wholeness
Blessed
and
be.
love.
Bye, guys.